Welcome to Solbrick, a channel where we mostly talk about Lego. But before we do that, I would like to touch on some personal issues that's been going on, and it's been plaguing my life. If you've seen my two previous videos, you know that my wife decided to leave me. My wife has decided to leave me. I wonder if that has anything to do with my very large Lego city. Not that size matters, but when it comes to Lego it kind of does, doesn't it?
Jag var på konferens i 3 dagar.
Good news though, she decided to come back. And I think it has to do with all your comments, your thoughts and prayers. So I'm very grateful for that.
Arigato daimasu.
As we say in Sweden. Well, it was really difficult the time she was away.
Jag var på konferens i 3 dagar!
Anyways, I am going to show you the progress in my Lego city layout. In my previous video, I worked on this waterfall area with all those smaller waterfalls as well. Left a bit bare over here, and since then I've been working on the river down here, which is turning out quite lovely. I'm going to try to make it a bit natural looking, and you can see that we have a lady down there being haunted by the fish guy or whatever the heck he's supposed to be. So just trying to make that look a bit organic, adding different small details and that kind of nonsense. But I do have a problem, and that is that I need to have the rail going over this river. I have to add a bridge for the train here, a stone bridge, which will look cool, but it also means that I need to raise this whole section. Luckily it only goes here because this is a place where I park my cargo trains, and this is already on a slope, so it doesn't matter. I could just raise it a bit from here somewhere and let it go over here. But then on this other side I need to have a kind of easy slope going down there, so it's possible for the trains to go this way. It can go that way without problems, but it's always a bit hard for trains to climb hills and such. I'm putting in gray plates underneath here as the ballast for the train tracks, and then in between here I'm kind of wedging in green parts, so I think that will look nicer compared to just having everything in gray or something. It's a bit of a challenge to do these curves, but I kind of like putting in smaller tiles and to make that a nice shape. And I do have a bit of a challenge still here to make that slope for a curve. It's a bit difficult. I'm thinking of having the arches over the bridge with just these upside down slopes, so they're not that high. And then I put in the profiled bricks there. And ooh, look at that. That's my second book about Dinobonden, Triceratops och Gödselterrorn. That's out in stores in Sweden right now, so make sure to check that out. And you can also get the first book. I'm actually sending both of these to the second printing right now, but this is the first book here on the back side. So make sure to go to your bookstore and buy. Not sponsored, it's just information. Yeah, and I kind of like figured to have this whole train track over here raised just for the track, so I still have this area down here that's a bit lowered down to the ground, so we still see that nice wall for the slope. I've been putting some bricks underneath here, and now we're going to test to run the engine and see how that goes. Come around here. Kind of works, but I had an issue with it derailing if I went a bit faster, so let's just back that up and bring it back. So now we got some more speed. Oh, it worked. The issue I had was somewhere around this area where the engine just kept on going straight here, because I think this was pushed down by the weight of it, so this is where it derailed. I put in an extra plate underneath here, a 1x2, so this is sloping inwards a bit, so it's a bit higher on this side than this one. I think that's helping it to not derail, so we'll keep an eye on that. To make the ground a bit more uneven and not so square looking, I'm putting in these plates that have rounded shapes or angled shapes, as you can see here. Alright, so I think this is turning out quite lovely. I have that nice colored flower down there, put in a little tree and some other stuff. I'm going for those pre-made Lego trees at the moment. And this will of course be a work in progress, so it will all turn out to look quite natural. And we'll have to get back to the bridge section and this slope section in a coming video. Make sure to like and subscribe.